Hello guys, today in this video I will discuss about the anatomy of internal ear, which is described in the NCERT book of biology of class 11th also, but that is very difficult to understand. So let us learn from this video lecture. Let's get started.
So today in this video I will discuss about the anatomy of internal ear. We all know that the ear is divided into an external ear, the middle ear and an inner ear, which is also called as internal ear. Let's get started. Internal ear consists of bony labyrinth and the membranous labyrinth. The two parts of internal ear are bony labyrinth and membranous labyrinth. Here I have shown in a diagram, in a typical diagram. Concentrate here. This is the bony labyrinth. The brown portion is bony labyrinth and the highlighted portion is the membranous labyrinth. So in between the bony labyrinth and the membranous labyrinth, there is a space in which there is clear fluid which is called as perilymph, and the membranous labyrinth is filled with endolymph. Peri means periphery, so in the periphery there is perilymph, and inside the membranous labyrinth there is endolymph. Endo means inside, so inside the membranous labyrinth, endolymph. In this way you can remember about the perilymph and the endolymph, where the perilymph is present and where the endolymph is present. I will discuss again at the last. So let us first discuss about the bony labyrinth. Bony labyrinth has three parts. The three parts of bony labyrinth are the vestibule, the semicircular canals and the cochlea. So the cochlea, this is the cochlea. Cochlea means the spiral bone. The cochlea starts from a central pyramid of bone. This is a central pyramid of bone. Here you can see this central pyramid of bone is called as modulus. So the central pyramid of bone around which the cochlea turns around is called as modulus, and this portion is cochlea. So cochlea, then vestibule is the middle portion, central portion of the bony labyrinth. This is called as bony labyrinth. From the name itself you can see I have drawn the whole diagram with brown color, which means that the bony, it is composed of bone. The bony labyrinth is composed of bone, totally a bony structure. So this part is known as cochlea. This part up to this part is vestibule. Vestibule is the central part of the bony labyrinth, and there are three semicircular canals. This is the superior semicircular canals, this is the posterior, and this is the lateral. Superior semicircular canals, posterior semicircular canals and the lateral semicircular canals. And with the yellow color I have drawn the perilymph. The perilymph is filled in between the bony labyrinth and the membranous labyrinth. You can imagine. So we have known the three structure of three parts of the bony labyrinth: the cochlea, this is the cochlea, the vestibule and the semicircular canals. Now let us come to the oval window and the round window. The oval window is the structure in which the footplate of the stapes is attached, and the round window is a secondary tympanic membrane. Here I have the diagram of cut section of the bony part of the cochlea. So this is the cut section of the cochlea. The cochlea consists of three parts. These are scala vestibuli, scala media and scala tympani. Scala vestibuli, scala media and scala tympani. So scala vestibuli is the upper part, scala media in the middle part and scala tympani the lower part. They are continuous. This is just a cut section. This is just a cut section. So, and there are two membranes which are dividing the scala vestibuli and the scala media and scala tympani. This is known as basilar membrane. This is known as Reisner's membrane. So basilar membrane and Reisner's membrane. The basilar membrane is very much important because just above the basilar membrane there is an organ of Corti. The organ of Corti consists of the hair cells. For a better understanding, I have given a clear-cut diagram here. You see this diagram? Here, if you take a cut section of this cochlea, you will see this diagram that I have shown you earlier. This is scala vestibuli, which is filled with perilymph, scala tympani, which is also filled with perilymph, and this is endolymph in the scala media. This much is for today. In the next video, I will discuss about the membranous labyrinth, and also I will revise this part. So hopefully I hope that you all will subscribe my channel for getting more information about the ear anatomy and other anatomical structures. So do subscribe my channel. Thank you. Before I end, I want to say you one thing, that please draw the diagram that I have shown you. The diagram.